The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there shouldn't be space to run.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hill. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
12.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. On second down, Trubisky.
shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Mixon with a first down carry. Gets around him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go.
Ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. In motion right goes Higgins. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry for Wilson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Jones on the return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Get set.
Play action. It's Burrow. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Gun.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go.
3rd down and 13. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. We're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, Trubisky. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And
First take over, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got Edwards-Helaire on the out route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score. Bengals 28, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Thomas.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Here we go, here we
So
go.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go, get in the huddle.
Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A gain of 15. And the Steelers 1st down.
Tua, the final shot before half. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Here we
Now
go.
a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here we go.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They run the option on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
12, 11, Thomas.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Gets past one man. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
11.
On third down, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
3 and out.
20, TX.
They're going to try and throw. first shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12.
Mix it up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals lead. Joe Mixon, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football